I've used an example of a CD database a few times in this course already, but so far my database suffers from one enormous limitation. The records are hard-coded into the application itself, so there's no way to save new records to disk, add new records or reload records that you've saved previously back into memory. In step 10, I'll explain how you can add all these features. This is the project you see here, and this will let you move around your CD database on disk, finding records that you've saved previously, or enter new records at the command prompt and save and load the entire database to and from disk. But first I need to explain the basics of using disk files in C. So let me load up the code for this step, step 9, and this will introduce us to the fundamental process of saving and loading files. Now initially I'll be working with plain human readable text files, but even so some of the operations are common to all files, no matter what type of data they contain. Now a file on disk is a storage area that contains data that can either be represented as a sequence of printable characters, that's a text file, or else it may be some other kind of digital representation of formatted data, and that's a binary file. Before you can use a file in your program, you have to open it. A file might be opened for reading, and that's what I do in this function here, read lines, or it can be opened for writing, and that's what I do in the function here, write lines. When I open it for reading, that lets me restore data from disk, read the data or load the data into memory, and when I open it for writing, that lets me write or save the data back to disk. To open a file, you can use the fopen function, and this takes the file name as its first argument and some characters specifying the file access mode as the second argument. Now your compiler may also support alternative file handling functions such as fopen_s, and these may be more secure than fopen. You might want to check your compiler documentation to see if those additional functions are available. Not all compilers support those alternative functions, but many do, so check first. Now the next thing you need to know is how to use the file access modes, such as R or W. And these are the things that determine the operations that can be done on the file. And I'll look at file modes in the next video.